So I think it's really helpful for us to think of conversation as a spiritual practice. There's been a rich body of literature that's been built up in the Christian tradition over the last 50 years or so on the spiritual disciplines, at least beginning with Richard Foster's Celebration of Discipline and kind of Dallas Willard's work that kind of came a little bit later. And I spent probably several years, not long after I was in college, reading and rereading Celebration of Discipline. And I was really deeply formed by Foster's work on the spiritual disciplines. But I was particularly fascinated because at that time I was learning what it means to live in Christian community. So I was particularly fascinated by the practices in the last part of his book, corporate disciplines that churches undertake together, practices of celebration and of worship and of guidance. And I think conversation is one of those sorts of practices that churches undertake together. Just like learning to play the piano or learning to play baseball, you have to practice. You may have a knack for doing it, you may have a natural talent, but that's only going to take you so far. You really have to practice. And I think conversation is something that our churches need to practice together certainly we live in a culture that doesn't know how to talk together very well. And so we're going to have to work through that together. But as we continue to practice, we will continue to get better at it and to learn how to navigate difficult conversations and how to be present and to listen carefully to others, not interjecting kind of our own opinions on top of what others are saying, but to really hear them and to be transformed by what God is saying to us through those who we are in conversation with.